Oh, shit. We are live. Cloudy and Rowdy podcast, you bad motherfuckers. Fucking hot as a son of a bitch in
so
LA.
Hot.
I mean, holy shit. You know, this is what pisses me off about California. A lot of things piss me off about California. All right, but one of the things, it's not really California's fault, I don't think. It's like corporations, okay? Take, for instance, Marshalls and Ross, all right? To the rest of the world, or rest of the nation has what we call seasons, okay? It's September. It's a time for a season change. But fucking California decides to, it's September, let's crank up the heat a little bit before it gets cold. And it's fucking 90, 100. It was 101 yesterday. I went to the Marshalls, to the Ross. I'm looking for a tank top. There ain't a fucking tank top in the stores anywhere. They've taken them all out. They're shipping fucking winter shit everywhere. And it's like, listen, I understand, okay, that you're getting ahead of the game as a corporation. You know what I'm saying? You're shipping your shit out ahead of time, so it'll be there. But why don't you just take a roll call? You know, like, and ask us. Look at a goddamn weather map, okay? You see that red area down there on the west? Don't send fucking sweatshirts there when it's red. Thank you. You know, I mean, how hard is that, right?
Tank tops and shorts. That's all they should have.
Yeah, that's all we should be. That's all that should be in the stores right now. It's fucking 100 degrees outside. You know?
What is it? It's like
Excited about my fantasy team. I think I did a good job. I got fucking I got Dak Prescott as my quarterback. I got Melvin Gordon as my running back. I had him last year. He really fucking came through for me. I got Darren McFadden in until Zeke gets back. I got Beckham Jr. I got Michael Thomas. I got Jimmy Graham, who I think is going to have a good season this season. Looked like him and Russell Wilson were connecting late in the season last season. And I think he's going to return to his form of wide receiver / tight end. And then I got the young rookie on Jacksonville from LSU, Fournette, 6'2", 240 with a 4.5 40, just a bruiser with speed, okay? I got that Houston, Texas defense, huh? The stars at night are big and bright, bang, 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 in the heart of Texas. and you know, hey, prayers and love to Texas, you know what I'm saying? I'm donating $20 to the J.J. Watt Fund. And that was mainly why I picked that D. He's going to be back. He's going to be healthy. Jadeveon Clowney is healthy. He's a couple of years into the NFL. They got that dude Cushings. They got or maybe they don't. I know they got some good linebackers. I know they got a good defensive core, man. And they going to be a defense to be fucked with this year. And then I got Justin Tucker as my kicker. You know, he's overall the best kicker in the league usually. And a kicker's a kicker. Fuck it. You know. And I don't know. Other than that, let's see who's on the bench. On the bench, I got Dalton as a backup quarterback. I got Kyle Rudolph as a backup tight end. I got Big Ed Lacy. We'll see how he does in Seattle. You know what I'm saying? I think he might have a big year. I think that the Seattle run game is set up for a back like Lacy. And he's not going to be in Green Bay around all them cheese sandwiches and shit, so he might be able to keep them pounds off. That motherfucker has it rough. You know, if for somebody who likes food, think of Ed Lacy. He started in Alabama. They got Dreamland Barbecue down there for people who don't know. They have a barbecue place that's only in Alabama. There's one in West Georgia. It's called Dreamland, and fucking A, it's delicious, okay? So, you know, he probably ate as much Dreamland as he could when he was in college, and then moved to Wisconsin and ate 1,000 pieces of cheese. So this motherfucker has never been able to shake the weight, but you can see it. He's an athlete. He came into the league jumping motherfuckers. He looked like a Bettis 2.0. And then last year he was just a disappointment. So I'm hoping for a big bounce back from Ed Lacy because he's an exciting back to watch when he's healthy and he's out there, you know. And then Jarvis Landry is another player I'm excited about that I got on my bench right now because I just don't know, you know, you just don't know when he's going to have that big game, but he's an exciting player. So, hey, I know it ain't the best team in the world, but I was 6th pick, so I did the best with what I had. Hello? Finn Jones. Oh, shit. You getting on the podcast today or what, cocksucker?
Step over here, buddy.
Finn is fucking...
Hey, Finn.
It's hard to get Finn to do anything. He's a fucking... He's a lone wolf to the fullest, you know.
I got 2 more for you coming. You're welcome.
I'm sitting there smoking, blowing smoke rings. My bad, you know.
That's so nice. That was clean.
That was a good one, yeah. Dude, there's some of them, like, if there's still air, they'll go across the room and they'll start dropping little mini smoke rings off the smoke ring. You know what I'm saying? It's badass. My boy Keith Miller with the uppercut is a witness to this story. Back before the flood happened in Georgia, which is why I have so many, that's why this Houston shit is hitting home to me so hard, man. That picture of them fire ants. I had to go through that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, like where they get in a circle
when they group up and and the eggs be on top, right? And then they were trying to like swim and crawl up our arms to survive. We were having to swoosh them away. So the shit hits home, man. And fucking before the flood happened, though, I had this badass setup in my mom's basement, dog. And it was dope. And I had this bar and shit, and I had this badass chessboard, one of them glass chessboards. You know what I'm saying, with the little glass pieces and shit. And I was down there playing this dude, one of Keith's friends, one day, and we were smoking. And right when I checkmated him, I said, checkmate. And then I hit the blunt, and I blew a smoke ring, and it ringed his fucking king. Fling!
Nice.
It was perfect, bro.
Timing.
Bang, 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 yeah. Him and Keith were like, oh, that was badass, dude. Holy shit. It was perfect, yeah.
It was like the Vapors. They do those fucking tricks with the circles and everything.
Yeah, I've seen them dudes, yeah.
Push it.
Yeah, they're going to fuck their lungs up trying to do that shit. What else was I thinking about today? I randomly started thinking about KFC.
Kentucky Fried Chicken. What do you want to know? As a Kentucky native?
There's so much to talk about, it seems like. Like, it's not Kentucky Fried Chicken anymore, for one. No. It's KFC.
And there's a KFC right above me in Koreatown.
Uh-huh.
Fucking Korean fried cat. I swear to God, I went in there and got some chicken.
That's what it stands for up there, huh? Korean fried cat. Oh, Jim Beam with a ying, ying, ying.
It's not no Kentucky chicken.
Dude, I remember there was a time as a kid in the 80s when it would be like we'd go to grandma's house and shit, and if she didn't feel like cooking, she'd be like, well, I guess we'll just go to KFC. And that was the most exciting fucking thing,
Mashed potato.
It was so good. It used to be
Biscuits.
So fucking good. And now it's like, you want KFC? Fuck no. Everybody's like,
I don't even know what KFC.
Right? Like, it's weird, man, how shit like that happens. They change shit. They think they're changing it for the good. It's only money money fucks everything up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Money fucks everything up, bro.
In college, I had some friends that worked for KFC, and they were like, it's not chicken anymore. And I was like, I can't eat it anymore. When, like, you hear someone that works there, it's like...
Yeah, see, that's the thing. When I was a teenager, my buddy Brad Autolet, big shouts out to him. I think he's like a rescue worker or firefighter at Yosemite in the national park, in Yellowstone National Park and shit. So, but he used to work at KFC. Him and my buddy David Webb. David Webb's a maniac, and they didn't have any of them stores. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit was real chicken back then for the most part, I guess. I mean, they never came home like, dude, you know what you're eating? The biggest story we had was Wendy's chili. Right. Okay, when I got a job there, I was like 15 or 16. Right. And I only got a job there to cover up the fact that I was selling weed. I was like,
I had a few of those. So your parents wouldn't catch you.
My dad told me that. My dad was like, hey boy, walking around here with a lot of money lately. You better have a reason you got it. He goes, you need to have an excuse for it. And he was like, go get you a little shitty job somewhere. Right. So I went, and my buddy Curtis was already working at Wendy's. And so he was like, you want me to see if they're hiring? I said, yeah. And so they hired me. That's how I found out that Wendy's puts all their patties on one big flat top stove. And, and you got all the different sizes. And what they do is they have them on slow burn all day, and then they got this one end that's hot. So that way when someone orders a burger, they'll take one that's been just sitting there slow burning, they'll put it on the hot thing and cook it right up.
Get it up to temp.
Yeah, get all the pink out of it is basically what you do. That's what they tell you. Get all the pink out of it. And then So if they don't sell a couple of them patties down there that's just been sitting there all day, after you flip them about 3 or 4 times, they just start shrinking and turning this shitty dry puck. So there's like this little pan to the side with about 1 inch of water in it, and that's where you throw them patties. And then when it fills up, they take the lid to that pan and they chop the meat up, and they pour it in the chili. Bang, bang, bang!
You're getting a fresh bowl of chili, but it's like hour-old hamburger.
Oh, it's all-day old meat, yeah.
Ugh.
And their bacon, all they do with that bacon is they fry piles of bacon in the morning in the fryer thing, and then just stick it in this drawer.
Just storage.
Yeah, and the spicy chicken fillets
I worked at
and the
Subway
regular chicken fillets.
in high school.
You fry like 5 to 10 of them. You just fry a whole bag of them. Dump half in one, half in the other, and then fucking when you take them out, you stick them in these little plastic drawers.
All right. Like Subway, like that chicken and cold cut trio shit. You prep that in the morning, and then it just sits on in layers all day. So
Doug Stanhope has a good bit about Subway.
Oh, I haven't heard it.
I can't repeat it because I've.
Yeah.
But it's something about him wanting to go in there and order the breakfast sub or something.
Yeah.
And the chick was like, "We can't. We've put the egg away, or we can't. I can't make you the sandwich. We put the egg away." And he's like, "The egg is in a fucking cabinet underneath you, marked 6 a.m. to 12 a.m. or some shit like that." Like he put it in Doug Stanhope style. Like all you gotta do is reach down and unlock the fucking cabinet and pull out a slab of egg. Like. Because you've seen it. They're like square styrofoam pieces of egg.
Gross.
Horrible, man. I don't eat Subway because I don't eat lettuce, tomato, onions. I don't like mustard. I mean, I like mustard. I don't like mayonnaise. I don't like relish. I don't like oil and vinegar. I don't like any of the shit they have to put on that sandwich.
Same.
So if I pay that much for a Subway sandwich, it's going to have meat and cheese, and it's going to be flat as fuck.
That's all I get, man. I was just shitting on cold cut trios. So I'll get cold cut trio cheese only. I'm like, nothing else.
Nothing
Skip
else.
that whole entire area.
So unless I get a meatball sub, which we all know at Subway, if you don't get the fresh ones, then
that shit
it's
sits
disgusting.
there all day.
Yeah,
That was the worst bin
Horrible.
to clean out at the end of the night.
yeah, and it has no sauce because it's
nothing.
just sat there warming it to death all day.
Yeah.
And it's just, if you don't get the fucking fresh meatball, you're freshly fucked.
No. And
If you eat like me,
every Subway out here is 24/7, so you don't know how long that shit's been sitting there. Like, you don't know, there's no start of shift.
Yeah, they don't give a fuck.
No.
When they pour that lettuce in there, they don't change it to the last little
gone,
bit.
right?
It's always pissed me off if I go somewhere and they start scraping the bottom of something to feel like Popeyes or something, and they're scraping the bottom of that red beans around. I'm like, why don't you just fucking pour some new shit in there, bro, and hook me up?
Shit, Chipotle, they'll try to scrape bottom. I'll wait. He's finishing up chicken right now.
Yeah.
Fuck it. I'm not moving.
I don't want that. Yeah.
You want that? You go ahead.
Yeah.
I'll stand right here.
I've told him before too. I don't want that.
I'm in no fucking rush.
Yeah.
I'll wait for the new meat.
If my fries are fucked up, I'm quick to take them back up there and be like, "Can I get some more fries? These suck."
Yeah.
I say it just like that to let them know. First of all, I have the face, and I said suck, so they just don't even say nothing back. They just say okay, and they replace it.
I'm usually just really stoked. I don't care. I'll just new fries, fuck it.
Yeah, man. So, I don't know what else to talk about. We got the Marty Showcase tonight. That's something that happens here now. The first Saturday of every month, and it was cool, man. There's times when I hate Marty, because I feel like he doesn't have us comics back on certain things, on just one certain situation, and I won't mention it because that person doesn't deserve a mention on my podcast at all. He doesn't deserve a breath. So, but there are times when Marty is just a great dude, man, and the only reason that showcase happened is because a dude named Jamar Neighbors, who comes through here, very talented and well-respected comedian in town, very funny dude. I love him to death. He's a very good dude too, by the way. One day, let me tell you a little backstory about Jamar. One day, hopefully he don't get mad about me telling this story, but me and him and Nate Hurd were chilling at Marty's one day early, just about like this, and he was like, "Damn, man, my motherfucking feet hurt, dog. I'm thinking about getting a massage or something." And I was like, "Hey, that massage place across from Ralph's," I said, "I seen a sign up there. It says $25, bro." I said, "Just go there. That's a good deal." He goes, "For real? $25?" And I was like, "Yeah." And I think it said for 45 minutes. I said, that's a damn good deal, dude.
Yeah.
And he was like, shit, you want one? And I was like, what? And he goes, I'll buy all us a massage right now. Let's go. He said, man, I came across some, I think he had just shot Keanu.
Oh, yeah,
He's like, man, I got a little money, dog. I got that. That's nothing. And I was like,
word?
All right, bro. Appreciate it. I was like, fucking thanks, man. And he walked us over there. He paid for all of us a foot massage and shit. And that's just the type of dude he is. You know, he didn't give a fuck. You know, he didn't ask for nothing back ever. Just, you know, just did it, you know. And so, Jamar, he has a comedy album out called America. So, I don't know. I don't want to say the wrong one, but his name's Jamar Neighbors, and he has a comedy album out where it's kind of like a mixtape. Like there's music playing in the background to his jokes. And so everybody liked that because it was new and no one had ever done nothing like that really before. And so everybody in LA was like, oh, yo, dog, that was hot. And so he wanted to do another one. And he was shooting his second one in the Comedy Store belly room. And he invited me to be on the show because, you know, he hand-selected like 4 other comics that he said that he really likes our style and the shit we say, and he wanted us on the show. And so I felt highly honored to be invited on that show and put on the flyer. And up until the day of the show, fucking, you know, the Comedy Store Instagram page, the Comedy Store people, they were sharing the fucking flyer. They were tagging my Instagram tag and my Twitter handle in the thing. So I thought I was going to be able to do that show. And then Jamar called me that morning. He was like, hey, Easter, man, they said they ain't having it, dog. And I'm like, what? And he was like, yeah, man. They just told me to adjust my lineup, bro. I'm sorry. And I was like, it ain't your fault, man. I said, I was honored that you even asked. And I said, you did more for me, you know, than a certain somebody else has tried to do for me at the Comedy Store. Right. And so when Marty found out about that, it really pissed him off. He was like, they waited till today, you know, because when I showed up that night, he was like, hey, why ain't you at the Comedy Store? And I was like, oh, they called Jamar this morning and told him I couldn't do it. And it pissed Marty off. And he was like, hey, man, he goes, fuck that. I don't like the way they're treating you. That was unprofessional. He goes, I'm going to start having showcases. He goes, and you can headline the first one. And then, so the first Marty showcase, it was on the first Saturday of that next month. And I got to headline, and it was great. And then, like, we started the night out with, like, live music and me rapping. And then comics came up and did some time. And then I came back up and headlined. And now that's a thing. It's like the first Saturday of every month, now we have a showcase. And Marty and some of the people that were there that night was like really talking about the music. They were like, we really enjoyed the music in the beginning. That guy, I couldn't believe he knew so much rap and shit. It's like to most Gentile rap people, I mean most Gentile white people, all the lyrics I know is impressive to them. You know what I'm saying?
When you freestyle on Perismoke, some of the comments, like the very end, some of the comments, I think you impress people.
Yeah.
Freestyling's hard. Probably something like I would probably give, but you actually.
Yeah, I got a little skill to it. Yeah. And so now it's just cool. It's turned into a cool thing. Now that was what I was getting at is now I get to rap before every showcase, and I've always had a love for music, and so now more than ever I'm loving life because now I get to do comedy, starting to mix it with music and shit. It's just a fun time. We just had a badass motherfucker walk through the door. One of my favorite people in L.A., and that comes to Marty's, Mr. Rab Russell!
What up, dude? I walked in when you were talking about that story about the Comedy Store shit. Like, that pissed me off completely, dude.
Yeah, that is
such
bro.
bullshit.
Right.
Fuck that place for doing that,
I
dude.
know it.
Like, why couldn't they just let you fucking perform, man? It's retarded.
Like I told Jamar, I was like, dude, I'm totally cool with going in, doing my set, and leaving immediately if they want me to. Right? Like, if they still don't want me in there, I'll do my set and just leave.
Like if a comic was under 21, they have to sit outside and they go do their thing and then they leave right away. You could have just done that.
Yeah, I'd have done that and you know me, I don't start problems, bro.
No,
I still to this day, if Adam Egert, I know he probably never will, or if any of you little fuckers that talk in his ear are listening, let him know that I don't have nothing personal against Adam. I think that he thinks I'm somebody else. And that if he was to ever just meet with me and talk to me, I would make him laugh, and he'd fucking understand that. You know, I don't start shit. Yeah. The whole situation was me trying to stop shit.
Yeah.
You know?
You're not Kenny Lyon. Like, you don't keep, like, stirring shit up, you know?
Yeah, no, I'm not out there like, I have said fuck the Comedy Store a couple times and said shit about it just because,
Whatever,
I mean, that's
though.
natural, though.
Yeah.
That's a person like me, I wear my heart on my sleeve, I have a hot temper, I'm going to say some shit.
You don't have any sleeves on right now.
Right now, I don't even have sleeves, so there's just all bleeding vessels. You know what I'm saying? Just
But yeah, dude, that the whole like system up there sucks, man. There's 2 like comics that are working there, and so they run like who's booked on the potluck shit, and they don't like me, so I don't get put up on the potluck because these 2 fuckers just don't like me.
That's I hate that. That's unprofessional.
Yeah,
that's unprofessional as fuck.
It's fucking retarded.
And you definitely have good sets. I've seen you around town.
Yeah,
you're growing a lot. I've seen you. You know, you're working on the same bits that you know are good, and you're tightening them up. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You got your own look. You're a memorable person. You know, like they need to like that. That was the thing about Mitzi Shore, the genius behind Mitzi. You know, even if she wouldn't have thought Rab was a strong comic, she would recognize the fact that he has his own look. He has his own thing. He's Rab.
Yeah.
He even has the name Rab. I mean, that's cool, you know? It was just something that small back then that would have caught Mitzi's eye and been like, you know what? We need this guy around.
Yeah.
Because it's easy for people to leave town or be later on that night be like, what was that one dude? Fucking, he had 6 stepdads. Rab. The guy with the mullet. The guy with the mullet.
Yeah.
You know, like there's a bunch of things to remember you by. That's why I have the bang, bang, bang.
Yeah.
The laugh. You know, the fact that I'm country and I'm from Georgia. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shit that
you
got to
have something that sticks out.
That sticks
Absolutely.
out. Yeah, you got it. And that's the problem with the Comedy Store right now. They're all dick riders of each other, and they're no one stands out. Chow Fang is the one that stands out the most to me because he's Asian as fuck,
100%,
got tattoos, and he kills on stage.
And
he's good.
He's aggressive as fuck. Like,
and he's aggressive. Most Chinese people are kind of timid. This motherfucker don't play around.
Nope.
He's
In
cool.
your face, yeah.
He's got his own thing. You know, that's one of the only fucking people that I really can remember sometimes when I'm thinking of the Comedy Store, you know, and like people will be like, who do you play basketball with that's at the Comedy Store? I'm like, oh yeah, Chang, you know, Feng Chao comes up there and plays, and Brian Moses, you know, he's memorable because of the roast battle and stuff, but I don't even think he really works there, does he?
I don't know if he actually works there anymore.
Yeah. And that's another thing that's shitty is we shouldn't have to be forced as a comic to have to work the fucking Comedy Store doorman job to try to advance in that fuck club. You know, for one, it's only $15 a paid set. 2, I'm a grown-ass man. I don't need no motherfucker younger than me telling me what to do.
Yeah.
And most of them dudes up there are pussies. What are they going to – they're not going to stop a fight.
Nope. I only go there like once a month now, if that, and every time I go there, there's a new fucking door guy, and it's like, who the fuck are you?
Right?
You know?
I thought door guys were not only supposed to seat people but be security. It's like, who the fuck are you stopping from doing anything?
Guam's like the only one that can stop people there. Like he's a door
but
guy.
He's getting older.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You shouldn't have Guam shouldn't have to be put in that position, man. He's an older cat.
Yeah.
He should be like the dude that comes through with the wisdom and shit, you know?
Yeah.
Hey, now, you know, hey, before you crack his head, now think about this. Or something, you know, like,
he's got that, like, fucking monk haircut, too, where he should
that's
have
cool.
some,
Where he should have, like, a little satchel bag on his side with some type of fucking special power in it. Yeah,
real quick, Rab, let me have you switch mics. That one fucking keeps cutting out on you. That's that one, that what Andrea was on last week.
Like mic switch.
Yeah, it's fine. You're good.
Mic switch.
Cool.
Dude, I shared this episode of Beavis and Butthead that somebody had posted, or some 90s page posted. I never knew existed, man. It was called Comedians, where Beavis and Butthead were watching TV and they seen this dumb-ass night show dude come on and do, like, some lame shit.
Oh, really?
And they went and tried to be comedians at this open mic.
Man.
Oh, it's hilarious.
Oh,
Y'all,
shit.
Y'all gotta
So-
watch it. I shared it on my Facebook
Because I
page.
used to watch the shit out of Beavis and
Me
Butthead.
too. I
For
think
real.
they said
I
it was
don't
like a
remember
lost
that at all.
episode or like a...
Yeah, because all they ever watch is music videos.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
man, I would like to see that.
I
Yeah.
know, right? That shit is cool. So, Rab, where are you from, Rab?
Fucking born and raised right outside of Chicago, man.
Chi-town.
I hate that when people call it Chi-town.
What place? what place?
What place?
Right outside of Chicago. So.
North side and south side. First town was like a little town called Wakanda, and then the second town was like Frankfurt, Joliet area. about like 15 miles right outside of the city. So,
How long did you live there?
From fucking birth until 2012.
Oh, okay.
So, fucking 25 years old when I left.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I did the same in Georgia. I didn't leave Georgia till I was 30.
Yeah.
Were you?
And you were born and raised?
And then I went to I went to Vegas.
Yeah.
How long were you in Vegas for? Because I remember meeting you once in Vegas when I did comedy out there one time.
I lived out there for like 3 years, and I only did comedy out there for about a year.
Yeah.
So, because I didn't, like I said, I never knew I was going to be a comic.
Yeah, right? You know? I didn't start until I moved out here. I went to open mic. I was like, I could be funnier than these fuckers.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. Depending on what open mic around town you go to, you definitely could probably.
Right.
Just the average person could go up there.
Yeah,
like I have one joke sometimes.
I never really watched stand-up comedy as a kid. Like I've seen a few specials, but I never watched them and been like, oh, I want to be a stand-up comic or whatever. You know, like it never even crossed my brain to fucking get on stage and tell. I always had stage fright as a kid.
You never got on stage as a kid
No, I was in a band like in the high school years and shit like that as like the lead screamer, you know. But
I was like a little magician when I was a little kid. Like, shit like that, like
you were in a band and you
Jeremy
were
and the Magic
the
Beans,
lead screamer. Fucking how long you been in LA?
Just over 5 years now.
How long you been doing comedy?
So like this is the weird thing is like I started and then I stopped for like a little bit because I was doing a job where I was working nights, so I couldn't do it as much. So like a cumulative, I would say 4 years, 3.5, 4 years. I think that's about how long I've been doing it.
Yeah.
I don't even know the date that I started. Everyone has like their anniversary date that they post on Facebook. Oh, I've been doing it this long on this day. Right. It's like I don't have any clue of what day I started.
I remember when I started because it was on 420.
Oh, yeah, dude.
See, I was like,
that's memorable as shit.
See, mine was like the first. It was like January 6th. So it was like right after New Year,
and it was the year that Easter was on 420.
Oh, dude.
Yeah. So the
stars aligned.
My first joke was. What's the difference between Jesus and a picture of Jesus? It only takes one nail to hang a picture.
Nice.
Bang,
nice.
bang, bang. It was just a street joke my uncle had told me, my Uncle Keith.
That'd be funny if you took the picture of Jesus and you used the stake. Because that's what they use for like on
stake.
Him.
Oh, yeah.
Like a fucking big long
nail. Nail it into the wall at the fucking bar.
Yeah. Oh, dude. So that was your first joke? I don't think I remember my first joke.
Yeah, and it got a laugh. So I was like,
I think the first thing I talked about was like how me and my ex-girlfriend at the time fucking were 69ing, and right at the same time that I blew my load in her mouth, she queefed in my face. And it was like
like a double barrel.
Yeah. And it was literally like all I could do was just laugh. It was like it just perfect timing. Like,
do you remember the first place you performed?
Yeah, Rock Paper.
That was your first open mic ever?
Yeah.
Wow. Mine was Hard Hat Lounge in Las Vegas. Fucking Trez Mala was the host. I think Bobby Wayne Stotts. I don't think he was co-hosting then. I think he was just there.
Yeah.
And shit. Yeah, it was
comedy off Broadway in Lexington, Kentucky.
Comedy off Broadway in Lexington, Kentucky, huh?
Nice.
Oh, Jim Beam.
So you started in Kentucky.
Yeah, but like I did it for a year, but I only got up. I mean, if I look at it, I think I got up like 12 times the entire year because the open mic was once a month at the comedy club.
Oh, okay.
And then like there was like once every other week at like one little bar. Like, there was no comedy scene. So I did
like how many comics?
I mean, there's probably like 10 to 15 of us.
Damn.
Total. We'll go up to like Cincinnati or Louisville.
How long you been doing stand-up now?
I mean, I've been in LA 2 years, so
like 3 years then.
Yeah, if you want to count that year.
Yeah.
I came out
Once
here and I didn't say a single joke that I did in Kentucky. They were all topical, regional.
Yeah.
And it almost felt like it felt like I started fresh here. Like it was like I've never been on stage before. Especially coming to Marty's, you know, you kind of like fucking Jerron Horton was at a Comedy Store. I met him, and he's like, "Yeah, man, go to Marty's. That's where you would be." And I came in here at like a 5:45 on a Tuesday or something, and it was Marty and one other guy. Might have been I don't know.
Probably
probably you or somebody now. Like,
and if
Finn.
you're new here, Marty instantly just fucking rams his joke down your throat like would a little kid with his dick.
Yep. As soon as you walk in, he'll be like, "Hey, how you doing? You ever been with a dime? You ever been with a 10? I was with a 10 once. She's probably 15 by now." And it's like, what? What the fuck are you doing? That's how you introduce yourself?
I mean, it took 2 years before I finally brought my wife into here. I mean, that's
it was only briefly.
Yeah, it was very briefly.
I mean, the first thing that scares me when I walk in is like the picture of himself on the wall.
Here. Yeah, if you guys know.
Yeah, that's very Waco, Texas. Yeah, you think about it,
It's a young Marty.
Very Charles Manson, if you will.
There's not just one. There's two of them.
Yeah, I know. He's even got a joke about that.
Yep.
That's not a picture. That's actually a photograph of me looking inside a window, holding my dick. I need a bigger mic for this joke. That's how he does it.
I fucking.
What do you think has been your best performance so far, there, Rab?
One of my most memorable ones was at the Hollywood Improv one time, and I fucking got like a crazy applause break.
Oh, yeah, them always feel great.
And, oh my god, dude, it felt so good. And also, like, they don't like allow you to like photograph or video, but I was like sitting on the side and I set up my phone to video my whole set. Had a great set, applause break, got back to my phone, realized I was filming in time-lapse mode. So it's like there's no audio and everything's just sped up.
Oh, man, that sucks.
So you got to just rewatch your best moments.
Dude, I have this weird suspicion, and I need to break it. I hate it, that if I don't record my set, I have a better set.
Oh, yeah?
It's killing me. It's been killing me because I feel like, because when I used to freestyle, like my buddies, I would fucking be just murdering a freestyle, and they'd be like, "Damn, T, hold on, let me get the recorder out." And they'd get the recorder out, and they'd hit record, and then I'd be frozen.
Dude,
like my mind would just go blank.
When I skateboarded, anytime the video camera would come out to just film skate tricks, fucking fail all the time.
Yeah, and so it's like if I come on stage and I know my phone's on record and I set it down, I don't know, it's weird. It's something I know it's there. I feel it there.
Yeah.
It's weird. I even feel it there. But if I just have my phone in my pocket and I know it's not recording, like at Donkey's the other Wednesday night, I fucking murdered that shit.
Didn't record?
Hell no, because I'm telling you, if I'd have had that recorder on, I wouldn't have done as good. It seems like
the thing is, like, I try to record every set, but I like never go back and listen. To them.
No,
it's just way too much of a task to fucking sit down and listen to yourself and.
Yeah,
you
I know. I hate hearing my voice.
On, like,
I feel like I sound so ding 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 ding.
That's actually no.
Well, yeah, especially Jim Beam. I know.
Yeah. When you get up on stage, that's all I hear.
That's some banjos and shit.
Bang bang bang.
And see, like Easter's impression makes me feel like a country McConaughey or something.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
That's about what you sound like. All right.
Yeah, man, listen to yourself on tapes.
What's been your biggest bomb?
It was probably at the Comedy Store when I first started, man. Like, when I first moved out here, I started working at the Pink Dot right next to it. So on my breaks, I would go over there, watch comics.
Oh, that's cool.
And so then when I started doing comedy, I thought I was very fucking in my head and thought I was fucking good at it, And I signed up. I signed up for the potluck, and I signed up as Pink Dot Rab because that's what they knew me as, kind of from Pink Dot. So it helped me get on, and I was not ready for it. Like, it just went terrible. The one time that I remember was, I think, Stuart Thompson, and he got up there and he said, "Wow, thank you for that PSA," and shit like that, and just like kind of like let me have it a little bit, but whatever.
First time I did Comedy Store, Diaz Mackey took me up there, and it was like, I think I came into town at like the end of all the magic, like the end, like the end of the magic, because
right before Tommy was out.
You got here 2 months before
Tommy was already gone, but it was before the murder.
Oh, okay.
So it was like, it was the end of the magic, because Diaz was like, "We're going to Comedy Store Monday." He goes, "If you're a new name, they're gonna put you up." Mm-hmm. He goes, "That's one of the things." He was like, "Just put beside your name new." you know, or circle. That was the thing. You had to circle your name, and that let them know you was a new comic.
Okay.
And fucking, sure enough, bang, I was on the fucking list, and dude brought me up, right? You know, this next guy, I don't know if his last name's real.
I bet you get that a lot.
Easter, right? I had never thought about that until like a couple months ago. I met some dude who was talking about. He asked me that, "Is your last name real or is that a stage
Really?
name?" Yeah, and I was like, "It's my real name," but I didn't think about y'all thinking that it might be a stage name. I was like, "That's fucking weird." Yeah.
Yeah.
But so anyway, he calls me up all like that, you know, and I did my Uncle Worm story, you know, and when I got off, he goes, "Damn, I had some more stupid shit to say about his last name, but that was a hell of a story. Give it up for Tommy Easter."
Fuck yeah, man.
Right? And fucking I got a good, and then Adam seen me in the hallway, shook my hand, said, "Good set." Second time I performed there was at a potluck again. I got a better spot, like a 5 or a 6 spot. There was like a couple rows in the front. And then I just did jokes that time. I ended with that 9/11 joke. It got like a fucking applause break.
Nice.
And, you know what I'm saying? This dude in the front row was like, "Hell yeah!" Right? And that was when I first met Melissa Esslinger. She came running up to me and was like, "That was the best 9/11 joke. Oh my God." All the shit, right? And then fucking, and then Adam was right behind her. Good fucking set, man. And then later that night, I was talking to a bunch of people in the hallway, and I didn't see him behind me, and we bumped into each other, and he fell. He still got up and said, "Oh, good set, bro. Good set earlier." And that's the only 2 times I've really met Adam. That's why I think that he thinks I'm somebody else or something.
I think
because he told Uncle Joey, "That guy's done 6 different things, and he's banned for life."
Oh, what the? Yeah, no.
Yeah, and like I said, everybody in town, even comics that don't like me, know I don't go to that Comedy Store. So there's no 6 things from Tommy Easter. I've tried one time, and it was a whole year. I waited a whole year. There's no 6 things, you know?
Even like people come in here and talk about being banned for a few months and then getting to come
and
right
they
back.
get to go right back.
And
yeah,
like doing crazy shit. Like I mean, we talked about earlier podcast about like selling drugs.
Yeah,
sell drugs to Rogan or something.
All types of weird shit. Yeah, goes on.
Fights and shit.
Man.
But I can play. But
shit.
You know what? The basketball league is in about 3 weeks, and guess who they want on the fucking Comedy Store basketball team again? They want Fast Tommy Easter. You know what I'm saying? They want White Lightning out
it's
there.
It's almost
you know
like somebody's in his ear. Like, boop, 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 boop.
I know. Yeah. I think I might know who's in his ear. Oh yeah.
Who's that impression of?
Tony Dick Smith.
Oh,
bang, bang, bang.
Your Diaz impression earlier didn't have enough lisp in it.
No. Oh yeah, I wasn't trying. But, I wasn't trying to do enough. I feel like you know what I'm saying. Listen, man. I got love for Diaz, man. Diaz came through for me big time when I first moved into town. He let me use that bitch's driveway and her shower, and way before I knew the gym hustle. So, you know, everybody, this is how people are. This is what gets on my nerves, is people just say recycled and regurgitated shit. You know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
So when I first moved here and shit, people be like, "Just go down to Venice, bro. Use them showers." Yeah, dick fuck. Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? You think it's just that easy, huh? First of all, you got to find parking in that hellhole fuck place, right? Then you're just going to shower in front of everybody because there's not public showers. They're just wash yourself off after you get out of the ocean shower. In front of everybody.
Venice bathrooms
in front of the restrooms that smell. Exactly. Yeah. That smell, there's piss running out of it. Fuck you.
No.
I'll fucking stink for 3 days before I fucking and take a whore bath and a sink before I just shower in front of everybody in Venice.
Drive over there and drive back if you're
staying
over
here. They
here.
make it sound like it's just so everything is just so easy, you know? That shit gets on my nerves, man.
Gym hustle's the way to go for sure.
Yeah.
So were you living in your van in Vegas?
No. That's impossible.
Yeah,
I tried when I took all my shit back from Vegas to home and came back with the van.
Yeah.
I did stop in Vegas to get my comedy legs back. You know what I'm saying? And for like the first 2 weeks, I lived in my van out there, and it was way too hard, bro. Just because you're not allowed to park on the side of the road in any neighborhoods. The cops will come wake you up and move and make you get the fuck out. So I had to drive up I had to drive up 95 North until I found a truck stop every night.
Damn.
And park in the truck stop parking lot and fucking.
So you had an apartment in Vegas? Did you end up getting one?
Oh yeah, Miss Tab Lloyd. Shouts out to Miss Tab Lloyd. She came through for me. She was like, "Boy, you ain't living in your van out here, are you?" And I was like, "Yeah." She was like, you can't do that. And she was like, "I got a room for you." And I was like, "I can't afford a room and shit." She was like, "Well, what can you afford?" And I was like, "I don't know, like $200 a month." She was like, "Okay."
Dick.
She goes, "Okay." She goes, "Give me $200 a month. You could stay in that back room." She's like, "I got 2 extra rooms, baby. I ain't using them."
Oh, fuck yeah.
And I was like, "Fuck yeah, thanks."
Hell
you know?
yeah.
And that's how. And she came through. She let me pay her $200 a month. I had an air mattress back there, and my TV and PlayStation 4. That's all I needed because
and
I
air
did comedy
conditioning
all night. Air conditioning.
Yeah.
Yeah, she kept that motherfucker cold.
Fuck
you know?
yeah,
She
dude.
a big girl. You know what I'm saying? So she keep it ice cold.
What does
in
she
there.
do?
She is a real estate agent. She make a lot of money. She drive a Benz and shit. She just a good person, man. She really came through for me because there was no living in that van. I can tell you that much in Vegas. That shit, that
Way
air
too
conditioner. Yeah, like I would have my little. I have a window unit air conditioner in the top extension thing of my van, and I'd have the generator on, and it would be running. But at like 9 o'clock in the morning in Vegas, didn't even matter. That fucking it would only blow like a little like an inch of cold air out the top of that thing, and then the rest of the van was just 102.
And the rest of the heat
just sucked
Sucks
it away.
it.
Yeah, I'd have to hold my face up by the vent to even feel cold air. It was like, this isn't even worth it. I'm paying for gas in this generator. I'm running it like so. And I would have to wake up at 9 in the morning and just go. And just drive around with the air conditioner on and try to find shade. And
Could you not like park in like a Walmart parking lot or something?
I did that for a couple days, but no, they run you off.
Really?
The buggy pushers will come out and
Yeah, they'll run you off eventually because, you have to go to the shitty area. I was trying to stay back around the Summerlin area where I lived in Vegas, and they were like, "Nah, it's nice up here. You can't do that."
gotta go to, like, the
Yeah, so you have to go
industry.
around to like shitty areas and live shitty if you want to live like that. And it sucks, man, because motherfuckers will
Shantytown.
graffiti your shit. They'll break your shit. They'll try and steal
Yeah.
your shit. It's not cool, you know?
So you've been out here for how long now? 2 years?
Yeah, October's going to be 2 years.
In the van still for 2 years?
Yeah.
What's been the worst like fucking experience you've had in the van out here?
Just the hot days. The hot days suck. The worst experience was
You've never had anybody come up and like try and jack your shit while you were in it?
no, and I've been very lucky because I was parking down off Venice, down La Brea and Venice, in like this little shady kind of area.
Yeah.
But I seen a bunch of like motorhomes and shit parked there, so I was like, all right, I'm gonna park with these guys. Well, I couldn't get a spot one night, so I went on down into this neighborhood, and I was making coffee in the morning, and this fucking Mexican, this bald-headed Mexican with tattoos, like from his fucking forehead to his toes, basically, in shorts and a wife beater. He was like, "Hey, white boy, I wouldn't have that van here tonight, Holmes. Okay,
Damn.
I wouldn't be here tonight." And he left.
Just a verbal warning.
Yep. And
Yeah.
I was like, okay. You know what I'm saying?
Take it or leave it.
And so that was the first time I started looking for parking out here around Marty's.
Yeah.
And started noticing, these signs say I only have to move on a certain day from a certain time to a certain time.
Not every 2 hours.
Yeah. Bang, bang, bang. Fuck it. And then that's when I started parking around here because fuck it.
Yeah.
Now I can walk to Marty's. I can walk to LA Fitness. I can walk to Ralph's. And I don't need to fucking, it saves me money on gas, you know. I don't, because that thing's got a V8. And
Yeah, man.
It's
Fucking-
hard to get around the city in that
I bet.
thing.
Do you have
Especially with the hills and shit?
Yeah, and what people don't understand is with all these small cars, one car can leave, and there's still not enough room for my van. I almost need 2 cars to leave every time.
It's a parallel.
And it's like, for fucking good luck.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The only way I find parking is I come back like 30, 40 minutes early. So if the sign says no parking from 11 to 2, I come back at like 1:30.
Yeah.
Fuck it. And I'll sit there and look for the parking bitch. If she pulls up, I drive away. But if she don't, about 1:50, I put everything up and just park and pack my bag and go to the gym.
Nice.
But that's the only way I get a spot. If I fuck around and wait too long and people show up,
Start coming back home from work and
I'm
shit.
fucked.
Yeah.
Yep. There's nowhere to park. That's why I'm in that shitty spot I'm in right now. There's flies everywhere. Water stays under my van. It's horrible. But I can't. It's under a shade tree.
Yeah, you gotta have that shade.
It's the only justice I get is that shade. It's shady right now. Like it's under a shade tree right now. So it's not like getting super heated. So tonight around 7, 8 o'clock. When
it's nice that your van's white too, though.
Yeah, that helps.
That helps a lot.
Yeah.
That's why I waxed the very top of it real good before I left Georgia.
Do you keep like a power generator or anything?
Yeah, I have a Honda generator.
Cool. And if you always like have to just turn your van on.
Nah. My generator, my electric cord is broken right now. I need to get it fixed. You know.
How long have you guys been doing these podcasts?
This is number 6.
Yeah, I think this is number 6.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very pleased, man. Yeah. Fucking, what do you call Easter? I don't know, like Easter nights or
Easter Army.
Yeah, Easter Army.
Easter Army,
right? Hell yeah! How long we been going?
To be reckoning with 45 minutes.
45 minutes. Damn.
Flew by.
Usually when I ask that question, we're around 20-something minutes.
16 minutes.
16 minutes. I know.
Once you start getting like dead air, it's like, all right.
I know. I figured another comic would have walked in already. It's 5:36, but
it's funny. Like the first, like you know how it is. This is normal Saturday early Marty's.
Yeah.
When we first started it, I swear to God, so many like new comics would just come in and be like, "I heard this is a place to do comedy. Oh, what's this?"
Yeah,
like,
get all salty about us being up here. And it's
like 4 random new people would be coming in at 5, and we're like, "What the fuck?" Like,
yeah, like this is never like this, you know.
So they'd just be sitting here all pissed.
And I've had most of the regulars on, like, you know, Tim, of course, is here floating around, but fuck, he's already been on a couple times.
Mitch.
Kyle's been on twice. Mitch could come back on because he was only on for like 6 minutes
brief.
last time. But he's, you know, he's a weirdo.
Finn back there.
Finn didn't want to come on, so, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know. There was no more Cloudy and Rowdy questions?
I didn't get any. No.
That's cool.
so
We'll ask Rab about
you,
music.
yeah.
We'll do the dash format, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
What's your favorite music?
Metal.
Metal?
Yeah.
What was your first, like, your first favorite song and shit? You know what I'm saying?
First of metal?
Yeah, like, you know.
I think it first.
Like the song that got you into it, like.
I think it was a hardcore band, like Poison the Well back in the day, or The Locust. It was like some grindcore. Maybe before that. I forget, man. Life becomes blurry as you get.
What's your favorite band?
That's a tough question. I think probably my favorite band that I can listen to all the time throughout every single song they have is like either this band called Tesseract or Beneath the Massacre or yeah.
We don't. Yeah.
I hear
We're just nodding our head.
Right.
Easter was talking fantasy football earlier. I have the same comment. Like, don't know any of this right now. Like,
yeah, it's like kind of like small niche like metal bands and shit like that. But
I know Atreyu.
yeah, I remember. I fucking hate
saw
Atreyu
them
now.
in 2005.
Yeah.
What about Gwar?
I appreciate them. I don't listen to them, but I appreciate what the hell they do, man.
Oh, so they're not really metal?
They're like a black sludge metal or whatever, I guess. I haven't heard them too much or too often, but you know. But
What's your favorite song by one of those? Favorite song by one of those people?
Fuck, man, you're asking the hardest questions, dude. Like I can't like pick a favorite ever. Like I don't know, man. I really can't.
All right, check this out. So, what's like here's how you can pick one of your favorite songs. This is how I used to ask it. Your best memory to one of those songs. You know what I'm saying? Like you know, like I remember when This Is How We Do It came out. It's Friday, you know what I'm saying? It's Friday night, and I feel all right. All right, so that song, anytime I hear that song, I think of like where I was in life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Which song does that to you, you know?
Man. There was this song by Under Oath that a couple years ago when I would listen to it, especially stoned, there'd be a couple parts of the song that would just hit so epic that I got chills in the body. Like, have you ever had fucking music give you like chills up your body? That shit is that is magical. Music is so fucking powerful.
First time I heard Jay-Z say, I'm so ahead of you, I'm about to start another life. Look behind you, I'm about to pass you twice. I was like, ooh, that shit gave me chills. I was like, oh, that was cold.
I love that shit, man.
Do you remember one day we were talking about when Jay-Z collaborating with different artists, and I was like when he did Linkin Park, those two, they blew my fucking head. My head exploded with Jay-Z.
That was a good album, bro.
Dude, when I watched that video recently when he did like a tribute to Chester Bennington.
Oh, did he?
I like got chills like when he started doing the what's that one song? Numb, like
Encore.
Can I get an encore?
Yeah.
Dude,
when he started that up, and he was like, "All right, let's give it up for Chester Bennington."
That's a good one to go. Yeah. That was. Dude, that collabo was made. That was meant to be, bro. That was kind of like Aerosmith and Run DMC. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just went together so well, bro. You know?
And it's like Linkin Park already had that like rap hit, like rap rock.
He has that, yeah.
But Jay-Z just brought it to the
and then their beats. Man, that shit with Jay-Z going behind it. Yeah, it was great. I still bump that album. I love it.
Fuck, man, yeah.
It's good shit. So, yeah. That's it. You know, like when I hear Black Hole Sun, that's another song. I think of like Norcross High School and shit. That was those years of my life, you know.
There's like a few White Stripes songs that like I go right to like high school.
Yeah,
you
that's
know,
what I'm
like,
saying.
yeah,
Music,
like,
man. It's such a fucking great.
It's definitely Blink-182 for me on that kind of shit. Like that was
really
huge stamp in my childhood. My teenage
they
years.
make me think of is Madden football.
Really?
Blink-182, really?
There was a year when they had a song on Madden, and I was like, "What is this gay ass song that's in my head all the time?"
They don't have it.
Yeah. Hold on,
What's my
I'm
age
about
again?
to think of it, dude. I'm telling you, it was one of the real popular ones where it was on the radio.
Adam's song.
It was on the radio.
All the small things.
All the small things.
How's it go?
All the small things. Truth brings. I'll take one. You're right. Best trip.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Always. I know.
Bang, bang, bang.
Why is that on a Madden game? I can't picture
It's
that.
on a Madden game.
While
bro.
you're picking your
It was
character's
one of those.
outfit.
It was one of those songs.
It's
Or
like
no, hold on. Was it that? Na-na-na-na-na-na. Is that their song?
Nobody likes you when you're 20.
Oh, The Rock Show.
Yeah, that's it. When you
Yeah.
That's the beat of it.
Fell
What the
in
hell is
love
wrong
with
with
a
the-
girl at the rock show. Was that it?
No, it was the beat. The chorus of the song
Yeah.
goes like that. It goes. Da-na-na-na-na-na-dun-dun-dun.
And nobody likes you when you're
21. That's it. Yeah, that's
And
it.
Isaac-
Nobody
freshman
likes you when
year.
you're 21.
And then
That was
what
the
the
song
hell's
on
wrong
Madden.
with
God damn it. Yeah, when you were doing like drills and shit.
Dude, now
It
that
would
you
drill
bring,
it into your brain.
now that you bring up music in a sports game,
What's my
fucking-
age again? What's up?
The starting song of NHL 94, 97 is like dude, every time I start up that game I just like just like
That sounds like a 97 Jock Jams
Yeah,
CD.
it was like
Dude,
Dude,
I'll
it
hear
was.
certain
It was like
songs sometimes, and I'll be like, "Oh, Madden," or NBA 2K.
Tony Hawk for
That
me, like,
that Yeezy song. That was the first time I ever heard
dude.
that song.
right?
I even had the album, but I guess I just always went past that song. That you better take your time and slow up and watch how you go up or some shit. That shit. That was on 2K forever.
yeah. You said
Yeah,
Tony
Tony
Hawk.
Hawk was
Tony
the
Hawk
big
Pro
one for
Skater
music.
1.
Yeah.
That fucking Superman song and
Right.
Ace of Spades
Yeah, fuck. So much of like the 90s just like rock.
Ska.
Yeah.
What's he saying? He says, feeling better than some head on a Sunday afternoon. Better than a bitch that say yes too soon. Until you have a daughter that's what we call karma. Then you pray to God she don't grow breasts too soon. Oh! Easy gets slept on, man. That's a genius verse, bro. That shit's dead on.
Did you play Tony Hawk?
Yeah.
No, one, like, did you ever get which
That
Tony
game
Hawk,
was so
like,
fun,
when you
bro.
could create your own park?
Holy
I would
shit.
spend hours making
Right?
impossible
Oh, my
parks,
God.
and then
Yup.
And just
just
shred
to
it to
spend
part.
5 minutes in it, I'd be like, "Dog, I gotta make it even crazy." Like,
Yeah.
I would waste so much time in that.
Always
park
like make the
design.
longest like rail
Right.
to like something. Like,
Dude, when I was on PlayStation Plus member right before I started living in a van, fucking they would give us free games, and they gave us this little skate game on there. It was
Skate is awesome.
It was so fun. It was like it was kind of like Tony Hawk. Nah, he's on a skateboard. It's just 2D, like a Nintendo game almost. And there's like lines on it and lines that go up in the sky and shit.
Oh,
and,
shit, I
and
never
you
played that.
and you like if you like would hold the X button, and when you let it go, he ollies, and then you hit other buttons and he flips shit like that, and you have to press down on the thing to land. Like when
think I ever played
when the
that.
little icon turns green, you hit down and he'll land it every time. But if you don't fucking hit down on the green, you'll wipe out. So you can just shred these stages. You could fly and do all this shit, and then as long as you hit it when it turns green, he lands fucking perfect. You know what I'm saying? And he'll do like that thing where you ride on your back wheel. What's that called? Manual.
Yeah.
You can manual whole stages and just flop it and then pop up and do like kick flips and wild shit. And as long as you hit down on the green, he'll land back into a manual.
Nice.
You manual through whole stages, dude. It's fun. It's a badass little game. It was on it was free PlayStation Plus game.
Like Rab was saying, I used to just see how long it could ride the rail, like
on Tony Hawk.
Yeah.
You know, another game that was badass was that BMX, that Dave Mirra.
That was the shit.
Dude, that shit was so fun. Hell yeah.
Doing fucking mad tail whips.
Yeah, you could jump in the sky and just go with the buttons.
Button smasher.
That motherfucker would do all kinds of shit.
Fucking the bike would just be spinning.
Right?
Yeah.
Tail whips for 8 days, dude.
I could do a tail whip on in real life and shit.
Really?
Yeah. I was good on a bike. I was telling them the other day on the smoke pad that like I was so good that the little kids in the neighborhood knew I could jump shit real good. So in the woods there was this dried up creek, and they had put plywood in there and made kind of like a half ramp, right?
Nice.
And without any type of speed or build up, just a little bit, I fucking jumped over like 5 or 6 logs. Boom, they had stacked them one after another, and jumped them easy. And so them motherfuckers, like these 2 little brothers and their friend, they like took sticks and they were chopping down they chopped me a little trail all the way up this hill and back down to the beginning of that ramp, bro. And they stacked like, there was this one kid who counted, the legend in the neighborhood was like, I jumped like 30-something logs. They just stacked it. They just kept adding them as I jump them, and I was just clearing that shit.
Fucking little Evil Knievel shit.
Dude, I was good on a bike.
Line up the buses.
Dude, I could ride a wheelie. I was one of them kids that could just ride around on my back wheel. You know what I'm saying?
Ride around no hands all day.
That too.
You're easy.
I had that rotary gooseneck where your handbrake wires would go
gyro.
through it, and you could still spin it.
Do you remember what was
So
it?
I would ride down the road and spin my front wheel on people.
Do you remember
Catch it,
mongooses?
Yeah.
Those BMX, like that was a thing in the 90s and early.
That's how you
2000s.
did a tail whip. You had to have that rotor gooseneck.
Yeah.
And you could fucking.
I remember when fucking bikes had the pedals that have like metal spikes on it, and if you miss the pedal, it comes up right in the shin.
Them shin killers. Yeah, I was at that show in Venice, Larry's. Yeah. And when I was waiting to go up, we were all outside smoking a blunt, and I looked down at this 10-speed, and it had them. And I put that on my Instagram story. I took a picture and put shin killers. Yeah, they were spiked with the big reflector.
Yeah.
I was like, where'd he get them pedals? The 70s? What the fuck?
Dude,
who wants them pedals still? You know what I'm talking about?
Do you remember the first time ever hitting the front? Like, did you ever have one of those?
Accidentally hitting the front brake?
I was like 7 or 8. And like,
Endo,
got
horrible.
knocked out.
Dude, check this out. Uncle Worm, of all people, right? So Uncle Worm's like, hop on. He tells me he pulls up on like this mountain bike one time. He's like, hop on the handlebars, boy. I'll get you right down the house. So I hop on the handlebars, and my front foot got caught in the front spokes, and then it hit the fork, and we fucking both flipped. Oh, it sucked,
dude. We used to play a game. Me and my brothers, and the game was you ride the bike up and down the street, and we try and take little Nerf footballs and throw it in the spokes.
Dude,
yeah. Just
we used to do that. Kids,
throw
we didn't
rocks at each other.
No, you throw a broomstick through someone's spokes. They're automatically. Bang, bang, bang. That's the thing these kids don't get these days, okay? They're inside on their fucking iPads and their iPods. They're never going to experience a broomstick through the front spokes.
That's why they're all sensitive.
They're all
they don't go out there.
A rock fight? Did you ever have those little
pussies.
kids, like, just throwing rocks?
We had acorn fights in Georgia because we had them big-ass acorn trees.
Spiky,
and them little spiky
the
balls.
Spiky ball. Oh, you would palm it.
You hit a motherfucker with that motherfucker.
You would palm it just to, like, try to, like...
Yeah. Pine cones. A pine cone was a grenade.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
That would end war if someone got pine coned in the cheek, you know?
Yeah, in the winter.
Oh, yeah. Oh, dude, in the winter, you would take one of those little spike balls and make a snowball around it. And dip it in water and just fucking nail somebody with that motherfucker. Splat!
Chestnut. Aren't they? Is that chestnut tree up
Dude,
there?
we used to, when we got older, we would play, of course, and I'm doing quotations right now, one pump rule, you know? But when we got out of each other's ear sight, we'd be like, clack, clack, clack,
BB
clack.
guns?
I used to pump my shit up at least 7, 8, 10 times. And then fucking, we'd hunt each other through the woods. We'd wear like 2, 3 pairs of blue jeans and 2 or 3 like big, thick coats and shit. Fucking,
what, BB guns?
A ski mask, and fucking, and it was like, you know, you just try to shoot each other in the body, of course. But fucking, And me and my boy Brandon Puckett and his friend Jeremiah, we'd fucking, and Curtis, Kurt Dog, we'd hunt motherfucking each other through the woods and shit. It'd be me and Kurt against Brandon and Jeremiah. We'd be fucking, got him! Bah, 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 bah. And then you run and tackle them and fucking, fake beat them up. It was so fun, man. I miss being a kid,
Yeah, dude.
90s.
Our childhood was great, man.
Yeah, I think it was. There's people who argue that these kids have it more made because of technology. Only teenagers have it better because they get more pussy.
Yeah.
Hands down.
Yeah.
If I had a fucking if I could have took a picture of my dick and sent it to bitches when I was a teenager, I'd have got way more pussy.
Yeah.
Because I remember just doing the helicopter in front of bitches at like bars or at a pool. Yeah, drop your pants, swing at the front of their helicopter. Yeah. If you can get a gyration going with your wood, you got a pretty good sized dick. You know what I'm saying? And they know that. Hello?
I've never done a helicopter at a party.
So fucking. But when you're a kid. These kids these days, they have it rough, man. They stay in their house.
And they're fucking assholes because the internet, all these kids have internet personalities.
They have entertainment at the touch of a finger, and it's instantaneous.
Yeah.
So they're not going to have any patience.
When we were kids,
my patience already, I didn't have any, and now it's way lower than it's ever been because I'm able to get such instant reaction from my phone. So God forbid I'm somewhere waiting nowadays. I'm like, oh, God damn, what the fuck is taking so long? I have to tell myself, oh, dude, Easter, it's a fucking human. It's not your phone.
Yeah.
Right? Like, chill out.
And you leave your phone at home, and you're like, oh, shit. Like, I got to go back.
Yeah.
Dude, when I was a kid, I remember we would be outside until my stepdad would go outside and go, whistle. And when you were in the neighborhood, you hear that whistle, that's time to come home.
Yeah,
you'd hear
either the whistle or my mom would say, if you don't hear me yelling, you better have your ass home by dark.
Yeah.
That was the rule. By dark.
On,
yeah. When them street lights come on. Hello?
You better come home.
And then in the winter, you'd be negotiating like, come on, Ma, it gets dark early.
5
That's
o'clock.
bullshit. Yeah, it's 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
We just started a game. We played one game of basketball. That was all my
Did you ever do neighborhood hide and go seek?
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Hell
yeah.
Hiding
Dude, we play we lived in a trailer park.
Cops and robbers and shit like that.
But the whole neighbors' backyards you'd run through, but
dude, it
wasn't anything like LA.
You couldn't do that in Liberty Heights because neighbors, it was a neighborhood full of outlaws. Okay, so there was just one street that had a whole biker gang on it. There was no running through their backyard. Yeah. It wasn't a good idea.
No.
They had dogs that didn't fuck around.
Yeah.
And it just wasn't cool, to do. In the trailer park,
capture the flag and shit.
The trailer park had a playground, a volleyball court, a tennis court, a basketball court, 2 swimming pools. Like, it was a good fucking trailer park. You know what I'm saying? It was called Countryside Village of Lake Lanier. That's where the CSP shit comes from, Countryside Posse. That's why you'll see Little Shane and Steven Johnson and all them on my Perismoke. They'll type that shit in.
That's funny.
But we did that because we were only making fun of gangs back then because people thought we were a gang just because we lived in the same neighborhood. And so we were like, oh, really? Okay, yeah, we're the CSP. The Countryside Posse. And that was the only reason we started that shit. And it was hilarious how it caught on. Like, they just swore we were gang members.
When I was in high school, I had a friend, or not a friend, a neighbor become my neighbor, and he moved from Atlanta up to Kentucky.
Yeah.
His grandparents was our neighbor. Man, he wanted to start a neighborhood gang. Like, he came up and was just all...
He thought he was the folk
He
and
introduced
shit.
me to Tupac. I feel like his name is Brandon, but I feel like I just a picture of young you because it was like 12,
young me.
12, 13 if you just got shipped up to Kentucky.
Oh, yeah, I was definitely a black teenager.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Until,
Right.
until the age of 19, 20, But, yeah, all right. Well, we're going to wrap this up. It's been a fun 6th episode.
Right. Thanks for letting me be in.
Thanks for having Rab Russell. Tell them where they can find you on all the social media.
On Twitter, at A1Rab. Rab is RAAB. On Instagram, Velociraptor. Just switch that to A1Rab.
Instagram, you can just look up Rab Russell, though. Yeah.
And I think that's about it. I don't fucking...
Facebook's Rab.
Facebook,
probably.
Rab Russell.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then out in these streets in L.A., that's where you can find me.
At the mics.
At Marty's.
All right, and y'all know me and Jim Beam's shit. You know what I'm talking about?
Jeremy Beam. Jeremy T. Beam on Instagram.
At ATLian on... at ATLian80 on Twitter and Mr. Easter on Instagram.
Guys, Cloudy and Rowdy at gmail.com. Any and all requests.
And artwork.
Fan
comments,
Like and rate the podcast on iTunes. We're on Stitcher
everything.
now. If you're listening to this, you're probably already listening to it on your device, but
Yeah.
Easter's taking over, bitches.
It's a fucking Easter takeover.
When you listen to this podcast, listen to this podcast while you go outside and do some shit. Like go out and ride your bike and fucking, I don't know.
Reminisce on the
Yeah,
90s.
because I played basketball today at
Go act
37.
like a kid again.
And this kid goes, "Damn, man, how do you have so much energy?" And I said, "I don't know, bro. I just turned 37." He goes, "I would have guessed 27 at the oldest." I was
Fuck
like,
yeah.
Thanks, bro. So,
Nuts.
you know, Easter has energy, so go do something. Even if you fuck the old lady after you listen to this. Hello?
Go start
Give her a good old bang, bang, bang from me.
Go start a pine cone fight with some random stranger.
Yeah, take your kid out and do some old school shit with him. That
Yeah.
would be cool as fuck, bro.
Right?
Send me a video of you, like, you know, playing baseball with your kid, having a fucking pine cone fight with him.
A broom in the
even
bike.
throwing a broomstick through his front fucking forks and watching him fall. How long's it been since your kid had a good fall? You know what I'm saying?
Right? That's
Do
why
him a
your kids are
favor.
so sensitive. They're not
Right?
falling on
Listen,
bikes.
If you don't get scabs, then your immune system don't build. Okay, I used to have scabs so bad there would be gnats on it, and my mom be like, "Hey, don't knock them away. They're sucking the pus out." Like that's how
right?
gross and country we were. My mom will hate it that I said that.
Fuck yeah, though.
Probably wasn't even my mom that said it. That's what's so fucked up.
I never said that.
You know, no, that's
Always pick them scabs.
dude. That's real though. That's
Set 'em on a
be a
dresser.
be a real kid. Have fun, guys. I love y'all.
Absolutely.
Thanks for all the love and support. We're out. Bang, bang, bang.